Welcome to Asian Anifacts, the channel about Chinese, Korean and Taiwanese actors and actresses. Today I will show you the lists of dramas of Lee Young-hee, which includes her one-act role for KBS drama game, Why She Didn't Get Married, her amusing role in the romantic comedy drama Papa, and her rebellious role as a daughter on Simultaneous Period. But before I continue, please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment on who do you want me to feature next. KBS drama game Why She Didn't Get Married, 1995. Cast: Lee Young-hee, Bae Do-hwan, Park Chol, Kim Kwang-young, Nam Yoon-young, Shin So-min. She played Sun Young-ah, a woman who was about to get married to her fiancé. Sun Young-ah was reading a book at a restaurant while she was waiting for her fiancé, who happened to be late again because of work. Sun Young-ah noticed a man staring at her and later approached her on her table and tried to chat with her. But she left him as she went to call her fiancé on the telephone. After hanging up the phone and was about to return to her table, the man shoots a photo of her and rushed to leave the restaurant and was bumped by Sun Young-ah's fiancé, who rushed to enter the restaurant. Sun Young-ah wanted to confront the man who took her photo, but upon seeing her fiancé she decided to restrain herself. Sun Young-ah was discussing the design that she wanted to use for their wedding invitation, and they agreed to do a simple design, and was about to take a note to her notebook but couldn't find it in her bag. Sun Young-ah's fiancé sent her home, but her fiancé received a phone call from his work and Sun Young-ah was unable to chat anymore with her fiancé. After the call, Sun Young-ah's fiancé decided to leave after hugging Sun Young-ah and expressed his happiness that Sun Young-ah agreed to his marriage proposal. The next day, Sun Young-ah and her fiancé got busy unpacking and decorating their future house. Then Sun Young-ah's future mother-in-law came to visit them, and they showed her their house. At night, Sun Young-ah was listing the name of the invitees of their wedding and received a call that a man went to her old homes and take out her storage box, which confused her, for she asks no one to pick it. The next day, Sun Young-ah went shopping with her mother-in-law and saw the man that had taken her photo. The man was Lee Soo-young, a writer who went to the restaurant to find inspiration and saw Sun Young-ah. Sun Young-ah thanks Lee Soo-young for returning her notebook, believing she left it somewhere, but Lee Soo-young admits to her that he intentionally taken it so they can meet again. And if Sun Young-ah wants to retrieve her photo that he had taken before she had to spend 1 hour with her, as he invites her to his house. Sun Young-ah reluctantly agreed to meet Lee Soo-young again, and they rode his motorcycle as they went to his house to retrieve her photo. Upon arriving at the gate of Lee Soo-young's home, Sun Young-ah refused to go inside Lee Soo-young's house, unbeknownst to her that Lee Soo-young prepared dinner for them. Sun Young-ah decided to follow Lee Soo-young inside his house, and they ate dinner together. After dinner, Lee Soo-young gave Sun Young-ah a small box, but she refused to accept it, but he put it in her bag. Sun Young-ah felt confused while she was preparing for her wedding, as she began to have second thoughts about her coming wedding, and she snapped at her fiancé when he visited her. The next day, as Sun Young-ah was accompanied by her fiancé in the car, his fiancé insists on stopping at a place as he must pick up some documents and leave the car in front of a building with Sun Young-ah left inside the car. A man was shouting at Sun Young-ah, ordering her to move her car. As she was arguing with the man, Lee Soo-young arrives and drives the car away with Sun Young-ah. Lee Soo-young drives the car, and they went into the side of Han River, even though Sun Young-ah asked him to return. Lee Soo-young confessed to Sun Young-ah his feelings for her, and Sun Young-ah finally admitted that she also loves him but doesn't know what to do because of her current situation. Lee Soo-young drives Sun Young-ah to her house, but when Sun Young-ah departs from the car, she returns the necklace that Lee Soo-young gave to her, and she tearfully went to her house. Sun Young-ah was stunned to see her fiancé inside the house, who seemed to be waiting for her and was visible upset upon seeing her, and left without saying anything to her. Sun Young-ah realized that her fiancé knew about Lee Soo-young, and she cried helplessly, confused on what to do next. Papa, 1996. Cast: Lee Young-hee, Bae Young-joon, Lee Young-yoon, Kim Young-joo, Park Jung-hyun, Kim Kyu-cheol. She played Han Se-young, the head of the planning department of a film company. Han Se-young met and fell in love with Choi Hyun-jun when she was in college. Choi Hyun-jun is a contemporary novelist and a university professor who fell in love with Han Se-young while studying in college. Han Se-young got pregnant, so Choi Hyun-jun proposed marriage to her on their campus radio station and lived a happy life while continuing their studies. However, a friend of theirs who had a crush on Choi Hyun-jun often met him to help him with writing, which caused Han Se-young to misunderstand their relationship that led to argument between Choi Hyun-jun and Han Se-young that resulted in a divorce shortly after. They had a 6-year-old daughter, who usually lives with Han Se-young, but one day she collapsed with a high fever alone in their house as Han Se-young was busy with work and didn't notice it. Choi Hyun-jun called his daughter. He felt frustrated when he saw Han Se-young arrive late in a taxi drunk while their daughter was sick but restrained from confronting her as he was concerned with his daughter that he rushed to the hospital. Han Se-young meets her childhood friend on a wedding event of a friend of her and finds out that he was the roommate of her ex-husband. Han Se-young was stunned to know that her childhood friend also had a son. Han Se-young's childhood friend suddenly confessed to her in front of her coworkers, and she was appalled because she didn't know that her childhood friend was in love with her for a very long time. Han Se-young rejected her childhood friend but remained friends with him because of work. One day, Han Se-young sent her childhood friend to his home and was seen by Choi Hyun-jun, and felt a funk of jealousy at Han Se-young's childhood friend was oblivious on the facts that Han Se-young and Choi Hyun-jun were used to be a couple. Han Se-young was tasked by her boss to secure the rights to film a book written by Choi Hyun-jun, that became a bestseller. Han Se-young met Choi Hyun-jun, but she was already late as Choi Hyun-jun was already talking to co-workers of Han Se-young, who also wants to negotiate with Choi Hyun-jun for the rights of the book. One of Han Se-young's college friends tried to reconcile the relationship between her and their friend who had a crush on Choi Hyun-jun before, who just arrived from United States. Han Se-young refused to reconcile seeing that their friend frequently visited Choi Hyun-jun's university and home. Han Se-young was invited by her coworkers to eat on a restaurant and she agreed, but she was stunned to know that her coworkers also invited his parents and introduced them to her. And she was shocked that Choi Hyun-jun also went to the same restaurant and saw her with her coworker. Han Se-young tried to explain to Choi Hyun-jun, but he would listen to her explaining, so she ends up confronting him about his relationship with the woman who causes their divorce. Simultaneous Period. 1996. Cast: Lee Young-e, Jo Mi-ryung, Han In-so, Kim Hae-suk, Sun Woo-eun-suk, Lee Jin-woo. She played Park Yeon-ja, the eldest daughter of the Park family, who was treated like a servant and not as a family. Because she was the daughter of her father from a different mother, whom her father assumes to be dead as her father had no news about her mother. Park Yeon-ja has a younger sister Park Mi-ryung who was loved and spoiled by her mother, who had also helped Park Mi-ryung in making Park Yeon-ja's life miserable, as they constantly bullied her at home. Park Yeon-ja's father was helpless and could only watch his wife and second daughter bully his eldest daughter. Although Park Yeon-ja was bullied at home, she was the leader of a small group of students who acted like a gangster. Park Yeon-ja will sometimes fight back on Park Mi-ryung bullying if she knows that her stepmother is not at home. One day, Park Yeon-ja was punished by her stepmother, after they found out that she was acting like a gangster. Park Yeon-ja investigated who snitched her and discovered that it was the owner of a small restaurant who had heard of her meeting with her group of friends. Park Yeon-ja and her group of friends confronted the owner, who suddenly started to cry upon seeing her while she was threatening her. The next day Park Yeon-ja went back to the owner and saw her being beaten by her stepmother while her father was trying to stop her stepmother from fighting. Then Park Yeon-ja was attacked by the stepmother upon seeing her and blames her for everything that had happened. The restaurant owner ran on Park Yeon-ja's side to protect her from the attack of her stepmother, as she finally found out that the restaurant owner is her mother, who left her to her father as she went abroad after giving birth to her. That night Park Yeon-ja went to her mother and her mother served her dinner and she slept on her mother's house. Seeing her mother sleep, Park Yeon-ja stole her mother's money and ran away from home. Park Yeon-ja went to Seoul where she meets a good lady who has given her work while she studies at night. Park Yong-ja called her mother on the phone informing her that she would return when she became successful. Park Yong-ja's mother told her to go to church every first Sunday of the month. True to her words, Park Yong-ja returns to her hometown after becoming a successful fashion designer and meets her friends. Park Yong-ja also visited her mother's house and found out that her mother went to Seoul to visit her. Park Yong-ja returned to Seoul and went to the church her mother mentioned before, and she finally saw her mother, who was now sick and old. Thank you for watching.